Isn't isn't it a great day? And how many of y'all woke up this morning numb? We'll get into the meaning of that in a minute. How many of y'all went through the day feeling numb? And now it's 10 o'clock, a little bit after 10 my time, and I'm feeling numb. Now, we really don't put the term depression on that. No one. And I've been in this field for a long time of mental health. So I'll just say that that was never one of the questions we ever asked anyone when we went down the called signs of depression, specifically vegetative signs of depression. But until today, until I thought about myself having no feelings at the top of the day or the bottom of the day or at noon, I thought this is just a normal day. And I was talking to somebody who, to tell you the truth, she was bipolar. She had the swings up and down more so than normal. And she said, "Jim, you you ever considered that you might be depressed?" And I thought, you mean the fact that I'm numb in the morning, have nothing exciting going on. At noon, just hanging in there on the couch reading, looking at YouTubes. And then at night, making my regular phone calls to people that I do talk to that are going through bad times. Each of those three stages, there's a period of numbness. I don't brag about it. I'm just telling you about it because you may have it too. I'm not saying I have the answer for it now. I'm just telling you I've got a name for it. The name could be depression. Maybe we need to do things to lift ourselves out of that depression. I think in my case, we're thinking about moving, and I got to get rid of about 2/3 of the junk I've accumulated since I was young. Stuff I've never used before, and you've got it too. You've got boxes of stuff there that you've moved from one place to the other place to the other place to the other place. Some of it probably has not been opened. And when you look at it, you say, well, I'm attached to this. I may use it sometime later. Or it's worth a lot of money. And I could sell it. At an antique shop or in a yard sale. You're thinking like me, aren't you? That everything's worth something. And the fact we've had it for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, we're very emotionally thinking somebody else wants this too. And if we give it to Goodwill or Salvation Army or to a friend next door or somebody else you think might like it, we're just giving money away. Well, two ways to look at this. One way is go ahead and do it. Give it away. Or if you're good at yard sales, and I'm not, have a yard sale, or 2 or 3 or 4 yard sales. Get rid of what you can to people that want to buy something for a penny or two. If you're more like me, you're going to say, okay, there's a Goodwill 5 miles from here. I'm going to start loading up boxes and taking it to Goodwill. Don't need the money anyhow. I've got sardines and Vienna sausages and crackers. That's good enough for me. I'm not what you call a high-style, high-flying guy. You probably figured that out by looking around. And I have proof of that because I have so few subscribers. I think they're down to 38 now. 38 subscribers in 10 years. I'd say I'm doing pretty good, wouldn't you? Sometimes you just gotta laugh if you don't cry. So I'm taking it out tomorrow. I started boxing up stuff. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. I've got 3 boxes of computer cords that go back to the very beginning of VIC-20 and Commodore 64. You know those cords don't work anymore unless you still have that same equipment and you're using it. Having 3 boxes of cords that you're not using, you're paying rent on. I'm paying rent on. How about all this when I was antique shopping and I bought boxes and boxes of German beer steins, thinking they might be worth 3 times more than I paid for them. Give them away. Give them away. Give them away. Or sell them if you have a yard sale. Am I making you feel a little lighter now? If you know that all this stuff that's in your garage, yep, I've got a garage. I know exactly what you've got in your garage. It's holding you down. It's been sitting there for years in the corners of your garage. In fact, some of the boxes you don't even know what's in them. Another thing is you keep looking at them till they start deteriorating or they fall and break. We got to get rid of this stuff. It's causing us depression.
You doing okay, baby?
Yes, doing great.
Okay.
My wife's checking on me to be sure I'm still alive. I am getting to have white hair. You see where I'm going now? Take the heavy stuff out and get lighter. What would happen if 2/3 to 90% of the stuff you never have looked at or used wasn't in your house? What's the possibilities you would do with your house as far as maybe getting nicer looking furniture, maybe not having any furniture in those spaces, much more free space. Now I've got 3 floors. So the heaviness that I have on myself, that I keep on myself, cannot leave until those 3 floors are cleaned up. And we did want to move last year to a 1-floor house. But all sorts of things were going on, from COVID illness, which I had twice, and what all can I say? They thought I had emphysema. I had to stop smoking cigars. Things happen. By the way, I don't think I have emphysema, just to let you know. It's doubtful that I have COPD. Most of it was allergies that was misinterpreted as COPD and emphysema. Why? Because I did tell my doctors that I smoked cigars. That did it. It used to be you're a smoker if you smoke cigarettes only. But not if you smoke cigars or pipes. Well, that's all changed, okay? You're going to get a diagnosis if you tell your your doctor, that you've ever smoked anything or chewed anything. And the diagnosis won't be good. It'll be called nicotine dependence, or whatever term they've chosen at this time. Okay, so let's straighten ourselves out. You and me. You and me. We're going to have to do this together. I'm not setting myself up as a person that's got the answers. I've just got suggestions that I've decided should work for myself and should work for some people watching. Some of y'all need to be like me and get a kick in the rear end and say, get the daggone boxes out, pack them up with junk that you've never used for 20 years, and take it to Goodwill. And if you're like me, you sit there and you think, well, I could make money on it if I sold it in a yard sale. Well, do you really need that money that much? Or are you okay eating sardines and Vienna sausage and crackers like I am? Put a little mustard on those Vienna sausages, by the way. Okay, I'm the type of guy that likes to talk. I've made my living talking. You know that from other videos, that I've been a counselor all my life. I've done, hopefully, some good. And I don't think I've done any damage with my suggestions. And as you listen to me in the future and in the past, I think every video that you listen to, you'll say, he didn't do any damage to me. He left an insight or a thought that will help me. And that's what I want to do. Thank you for listening. I don't ask people to push that button that says subscribe. That's why I have 38 subscribers in 10 years. But if you want to, please do. If you want to hit the like button. I don't want to beg for things, you see. I don't want to sound like I'm begging. I'm sharing. I'm living on what I have. I'm not trying to build up an empire here on YouTube that's going to make me any money at all. In fact, I can almost guarantee I'll never make a penny with my videos. But anyhow, that's fine with me. Never know how to end these things. Should I say God bless you? I will. God bless you. Thanks for listening.